Welcome back to Let's Talk Careers with Miss V. Today we're bringing another incredible guest. We're meeting with Naveen Bhardwaj, who is a chef for the Jumeirah Group, and we're going to be talking to him about his career journey and some of the highlights that he would like to share with the youth. Welcome, Naveen. It's so great to have you with me today.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm very happy to be here also with you and sharing about my journey. And it's so nice to be here with you tonight, today evening.
Thank you so much. I mean, I'd love to start jumping into what you're doing right now, Naveen, but what I like doing with guests is going backwards to when they were younger. Can you remember being a teenager? What were some of your interests when you were thinking about your future career?
I came from a farmer background family. So we had like a lot of issue with the financial issue with our family. So when I was teen, my only goal was to make money and support my family anyhow. That was the only thing in my mind. And in terms of work, any work, I did so many different jobs in my career. So that was the only goal when I was teenager because I seen struggling my parents. So that was the only goal which in my mind was that time, that to make money for my family and support them.
So, what drew you to being a chef? Was it that it was a career that you found could help you achieve that goal? Or did you have a role model in your life that
To be
inspired you?
honest with to be honest with you, I tried a lot of different sectors. I work as a security guard, I work as a storekeeper, I work as a tourist guide, and then somehow I came into hospitality industry because a lot of my cousins, brothers, and uncles and grandparents were chefs previously. So somehow I came to hospitality industry, and I start in the beginning from service receptionist, and then I got to move to kitchen.
Amazing. So, take us on that journey. Was young people today are looking at their aspirations of being a chef and working in hospitality and attending institutions to support them through
Yeah,
that journey. Was that the way that you went about it, or did you jump in, as you said, and then work your way up and gain experiences?
yeah. In my case, it was like first I jumped it into kitchen and I learned through experience, and then I get to done my hotel management from Dubai ICCA International Center for Culinary Art, which is among the top 10 institute from City and Guild, London, and very very nice institute for people who's looking for joining in culinary industry to start their career from there. Well established in Dubai, and I started from India. Back there, I used to work in a small restaurant, and from there on, I one of my uncle was working in Dubai. He offered me a job in here, and I came to Dubai in 2012. There we were open a pre-opening restaurant. It was a new restaurant, British Indian theme. From there, I moved to another catering, and from there to Jumeirah Group. So it's been 6, 7 years for me since I'm working in Jumeirah Group.
Amazing. So take us through what a young person should be prepared for if they do want to become a chef. What are some of the things that they need to know that they might not learn in culinary school, but can only learn on the job?
There is a lot difference when you go to a culinary school and when you start as a professional. The big thing is that in culinary school they treat you as a student. So you go there, they will not give you any big tasks. They will give you small small things to do, and you will just prepare one or two portion. And the other hand, when you come to the industry, so there you are facing the guest, and it's professional, and you have 100 guests coming, events coming up, things coming up. So sometimes you're working in morning, evening, day, night shift. Usually the kitchens are always busy, so it goes always crazy in the kitchen. So these are the things that when we go to culinary school, we don't learn there. But in actual field, there is a lot of work, and hospitality pressure is there. So we need to be prepared for that.
How does a young person prepare for that if at culinary school they're not being given that pressure to get used to?
Most of the culinary school, what they do, they send you for a training. some does not. And if you're going through that kind of period, definitely you will feel a bit pressure in the beginning, but you should be patient. That's what I when I joined it, I was always, throughout my journey, I never lost my cool. I was always cool. One job at a time, one job at a time. Yes, it is difficult at the beginning, but then you get used to it. And it will be like 14 hours, 15 hours, 16 hours working. The maximum which I worked was 36 hour continue in the kitchen only. So we did
Really?
not, yeah, we did not rent because it was during Eid and during 31st nights. We do not go home back. We just stay in the kitchen and cook and cook and cook until it's.
So I mean, just thinking about that, that definitely would rattle anyone's calm or cool,
Yeah,
as you described it.
yeah.
What would you say are some of your strategies to overcome the pressure and not lose your cool?
First of all, what from my own experience, I learned whenever I'm working in a kitchen, sometimes it's busy, sometimes in the beginning it's not busy. But my strategy is always to learn all the department which we have in our kitchen. If I'm working in a restaurant, so I'm gonna learn all the cuisine which we serve, whether it's pastry, cold kitchen, hot kitchen, and whatever live station we do. I'm gonna learn everything, and then when we have the knowledge, we can deal with any pressure. Once I know the job, I can do it no matter how much pressure is there. So that's my strategy. So I prefer to learn
What
and
were
then go.
what were some of your highlights of the career so far?
I've been uh, first of all, whoever the company was, which is I work like for 5 or 6 companies so far, and in all of that companies, I was one of the best colleague that they have. Like they always appreciate me before I leave, and one of the best guy in the kitchen. And apart that, I've been competing in Emirates Culinary Guild competition since 2019, and I have won several medals for that. Practical cookeries and Young Chef of the Year, uh, Best Cuisinier of the Year, and we do a lot of virtual competition which I have won. Recently, I have won a trip to Italy through Italian canned legume competition, virtual it is, and throughout this competition, I won a journey of Canadian excellence competition. Through that, I got an opportunity to cook for Canadian ambassador in Abu Dhabi. So a lot of these kind of competition I have participated and won, and then got opportunity to meet amazing people and cook for them.
So what I'm hearing you say is that the career is not just about being in the kitchen, it also gives you opportunities to travel,
Yeah,
opportunities to meet new people. And
definitely.
also it almost sounds very competitive as well. Would you say that there's a lot of competition in the kitchen to be the best, or is it more of a team effort? How would you describe it?
It is both, it is teamwork as well, but at the same time there are competitions as well. Yeah, so you have amazing talented people in the kitchen who can physically work, who are mentally prepared. They know the paperwork, they know the strategy, and then they know the skills. So they have both balanced with them. But you learn with these amazing people. That's the teamwork thing there. You have competition, but at the same time you learn as well from them. And it's nice to have a competition. Otherwise you will never strive to do better.
Would you say, looking forward into your career, that you want to continue learning, or would you say that it's better to just stay in the kitchen and keep learning as you grow?
For my personally, I definitely love to learn about more cooking, but also I'm stepping into the paperwork things, in the kitchen, not only the cooking, because cooking, anybody can cook. But the main thing about the managing the kitchen, the ordering, huss up and all these things. So I'm getting into those things more right now, nowadays, rather than cooking. But I am also in the kitchen and learning. improving my skills.
I like that you brought that up. Let's talk about that. I think young people that think about working in the kitchen and becoming a chef don't really understand that it's not just about cooking. There's paperwork, there's
Yeah.
managing a kitchen.
Yes.
Tell us what that's like and how and where in one's career does that become an opportunity?
Basically when you start from the in any kitchen, it will be starting like cooking. It starts from the cooking, always cutting the vegetable, knowing the vegetables, and cooking goes up. And then once you come to a management level, like senior level, like chef de partie, junior sous chef, from there on it takes to the management level. The paperwork, the computer comes in, the recipes comes in, the standard recipe, the menu, the events, and the manpower. All the paperwork comes in from the junior sous chef or chef de partie level. So that's where the another added pressure in the kitchen comes in, when you have to manage everything at the kitchen, and at the same time you have to go back and look all the events which are coming through the weeks, the months, and plan ahead, because in kitchen everything is about planning. You have to plan ahead.
How do you
So
prepare for that when you're planning ahead? I mean, when you say plan ahead, what's ahead in the world of a chef?
throughout our experience, we know that if we let's say if I have a 100 people event coming on next Friday, so I'm going to plan it from 4 or 5 days ahead. I know what are the dishes in my menu, and according to that I'm going to order them, and I'm going to arrange how much people do I need on that day to do the event, and how many people I need for the preparation in cold, in hot, in pastry. So that all comes in the planning.
And would you say that that's being able to do that management side of it is what you learned in culinary school? Or did you have to go to management of culinary? Did you have to go back to school to learn those skills?
Culinary schools will teach you the basic about hospitality professional, about kitchen. What From there you have to start it on your own, like from the cooking, and they will tell you about costing management and how do you do these things, but until unless it's practical, it's useless. So once you go to the kitchen and then you start your way up to the CDP position, junior sous chef position, throughout that you will learn these things, and then later on you will apply it in your career.
Incredible, Naveen. Now I'm going to take you back to being that younger teenager, the aspiration to help your family and earn an income. Do you
Yeah.
feel now that you achieved that goal, or would you, if you could do it all over again, would you do something different?
I'm pretty much happy about that. I done very, very well. From where I started, it was like almost below zero, not even zero. So from that perspective, yeah, I achieved everything. My parents are happy, and everything is good in the family, and I'm pretty much happy. And this is all from kitchen, coming for me, from culinary. Not only I learn cooking, but I earn a good money for my family, and I become a very good human being by myself, and I learn how to help others throughout. Once you wear this white jacket, we have this saying, we all are same family, one family. That's what we learn in our culinary school.
That's incredible. That sense of community, that sense of family. Naveen, when
Yeah.
you look into your future, what do you see as you grow in your world
uh,
of being a chef?
uh, to be honest with you, I'm leaving Dubai. This is my last week in Dubai. I'm moving to Thailand, and joining another five-star property over there, and going to start as a sous chef. So I'll be taking more on that management. We're gonna open some restaurant, a steakhouse, and a international all-day dining restaurant over there. So I'm taking a step further into my journey in culinary, and throughout that, again, learning and
Amazing.
growing.
So you're on the road, travel,
Yeah.
experience, new
Yes.
opportunities, and of course, developing in your career. Thank you so much, Naveen. I'm so honored that you took time for us right at, at the end of this journey, right before you begin that next journey. And I wish you all of the success, and I'm sure anybody watching this right now will be so excited for you. Do you have any last tips for a young person that is thinking about going to culinary school but might be feeling unsure?
Definitely, I would like to share some words. Not only for people who want to join in a culinary, I'll say that anybody who wants to start in anything, first of all, be patient. Things does not happen overnight. You have to take everything slow, do everything one step at a time. For me to reach here, it took almost 11 or 12 years. Throughout that time, there was a time when I used to work 16 and 17 hours, and I used to go at the night home, and I need to walk 1 kilometer in the night and looking at the star and saying that one day I will make it. So I was always patient in my journey. I never rushed it. That's what I believe, and I would like to tell young people who are coming to the professional world: be patient always. And the other thing is that in hospitality, in culinary, once you join in, there is always support for you. You will learn from very beautiful people. This is a very diverse culture, but we always respect each other. There are chefs from around the world, and the cuisine is around the world, and you can learn about different culture tradition throughout this. It's a very beautiful industry, and I hope all the best for everyone, and stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you so much. And that brings us right to the end of another incredible conversation. Today, we were speaking with Naveen Bhardwaj, who is a chef, and he was talking to us about his journey being here with the Jumeirah Group and on his way to Thailand for his next career adventure. Thank you for watching, and I will see you at our next Let's Talk Careers with Miss V.